What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! Bitch Jude! Alright, man, we got a couple of things. There's a lot of people that are angry for some reason. I don't understand why. Well, some people are. Like, after the Warriors win, I still have some people, like I said, angry. Because apparently, like, there is like, okay, this is why you need to watch full sports games, Flight. People was angry at me for not giving Wiggins more credit for his, 16 or 17 points and 15 rebounds. And then apparently he was like the second best player on the floor tonight. Anyway, man, scratch all of that. I've been wanting to actually do it because I wanted to see what the hype is about. Now, I don't know if this is going to be copyrighted because usually like with podcasts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It'd be the type of copyrights where it'd be blocked and everything like that. So if we upload this and this happens to just like get removed or whatever, because it's been blocked, you know what I'm saying, by copyright. I can't control it or anything like that. But we're going to give it a shot. I want to see what this Draymond podcast out there because he does this literally after the game. Bro, he uploaded before me. He beat me. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what this podcast is talking about. He has an inside scoop, obviously, on the game.
You subscribe to the YouTube channel
and maybe we can get more informed. I guess we need to get more informed on certain things. Because I've never seen people so angry with me not giving credit for 17 and 16 or whatever he had. Like,
hey, welcome back
that double
performance. Green Show. As you know, we are recording this, as I told you before. We're recording this right after Game 4 here in Boston. Dubs went away with the win, 107-97 to tie the series up 2-2. Headed back to San Francisco. As I told you guys, our goal, you come on the road, you need to win one, take back home court advantage. We did that. Obviously behind the chef, Steph Curry, 43 points, 4 assists, 10 rebounds. Absolutely incredible.
Inspirational, man.
I'll tell you what, to see the way Steph has played this finals is absolutely amazing. You know, we all have heard the slam.
Bro, and just a random too. Like, bro, Green looks like he's just a cool, down-to-earth dude, bro. Like, I don't know why he be bringing so much, like, why does he be so controversial on the court, bro? Like,
sure. And, the whole, he doesn't have a finals MVP and blah, 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 that whole conversation.
That's another thing. Finals MVPs do not mean anything. Stop that in 2022. Bro, didn't they give like Iguodala a Finals MVP one of the seasons? That just shows that these people literally are whoever are in charge of giving those awards. They're literally on hardcore meth, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, come on, that does not prove anything.
And he's responded exactly how I expect him to respond. Not sure if everyone else expects him to respond like that, but if you have any type of basketball mind and you're unbiased, you would expect him to respond like that because that's always what he's done. And it's been absolutely amazing to see. I mean, he put us on his back tonight, and he carried us across the finish line.
Thank you. And did I say that in the video? This is how you know I got basketball knowledge.
I thought, he got to a lot of what he wanted to get to. Also was, a couple of those threes probably should have been for those of you that's just listening to the audio, I did the Steph Curry 4-finger display when he knocks it down.
They didn't give foul calls.
And how often do you see Steph Curry get upset like he did after that second three where JT kind of pushed him from behind a little? How often do you see that? I mean, he was locked in.
That's what I'm saying. The refs are on. Like, I don't understand. Like, why the refs are on the Celtics side so bad, bro? Like, they're not winning this finals. I think, bro. No, it's not even. I think that was their last wins, bro. Those 2 wins that they had. I'm gonna be bro. I feel like the NBA is gonna push the agenda just to try to have like what is that? Like more traction to the league and everything, and try anything possible to make it 7 games. That's why, you know what I'm saying. I'm going for it's 7 games. Obviously, Warriors are going to win. But in my realistic world, I feel like the Warriors are going to take it within 6 games or winning 2 straight games after this.
The three that they had last night when I'm talking about this. And when Steph starts talking to the fans, it's never a good sign. Well, it's a good sign for us. But that's never a good sign for anyone else. I mean, he was locked from the very beginning. And quite frankly, I wasn't surprised one bit. I could see in his demeanor the last couple of days, right immediately after Game 3, he's like, okay. So it was absolutely incredible. He did exactly what we expected him to do and helped carry us to the win. We were able to outscore Boston 58-43 in the second half,
nice.
Which was absolutely huge. I think we went into the half down 5, if I'm not mistaken. And, we came out, tied the game up right away. And then they went on a little run. And then, that third quarter was kind of back and forth. We took the lead. They took the lead. And then the fourth quarter, very close fourth quarter start. They get out. They go up 4. Steph comes back in the game. And then from that point on, it was just kind of a slugfest. They hit, we hit. And then at later on in the quarter, maybe 3 minutes to go, we were then able to create some separation. But, I mean, it was right there. Obviously, everyone wants to talk about me sitting from the 7.5 minute mark to the 3.5 minute mark.
Wow.
I know one question someone asked was like, did Coach Kerr talk to me about that? Absolutely not. Nor did he need to. I'd be shocked when teams, I've been struggling, as we all can see. I played a better game tonight, overall game, but definitely was struggling from the field, struggling on the offensive end. And I'd be shocked when teams feel like, oh man, something is working for us, but we have to go back to this guy because of a resume, because of a contract, because of whatever reason people feel that they need to go back. This is a playoffs, man. I don't get caught up in as long as we win the game, whether I'm playing or Wiggs is playing or Bloom is playing or whoever else is playing. Could throw Q-Dog out there if Q's playing. For those of you that don't know who Q-Dog is, that's our assistant coach, Bruce Frazier. Most interested man in sports. You could throw whoever out there. As long as we win, I really don't care. And so the whole notion of like, oh man, you have to check in with certain guys if you're going to take them out the game, or if you think it's better for the team, I think that's ridiculous. I watch teams every year in the playoffs not sub guys that they know they should sub, and they lose. And so the fact that, Steve went away from me for a little while, was I pissed off and frustrated? Absolutely.
Wow. See, it just goes to show you, too, that I've been like, because I said, like, why isn't he playing the Kamunja dude more? GP2's just getting back into the lineup, and that was just like a no-brainer because this dude is like top 5 best defenders in the NBA. Who else is like not getting as much playing time that they should? Yeah, man, but that just don't make any sense, bro. You can't. I understand this is the finals, but this is also 2022, man. Like, there's like, look at, bro, the Pritchard dude on the Celtics. He literally has developed to a 5-day contract player from developed from a 5-day contract player to a legitimate casual, bro. Within like realistically like 8 or 9 games, like through 2 series of the NBA playoffs, through the Eastern Conference, and then on to the finals right now. So it's just like, I don't feel like experience just doesn't matter anymore in this time period, and just given, in 2022, man. Like, I just feel like that, coming into these next games, I'm straight up playing Kamunja, you know what I'm saying, and GP3. And this is what the other dude, the Moody and Moodis, you know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes should be easily getting 10 minutes, at least. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having Porter of Oates out there running around for 40 minutes for cardio to be 1 of 38, man. You know what I'm saying? To get 2 rebounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, when I was talking about with Green, too, a lot of people don't realize that, yeah, Green has these 2 points and 4 points, but he's a big enforcer on defense. He's like literally like this generation's like Dennis Rodman, maybe like / Bill Laimbeer. You know what I'm saying? Like rough, edgy players. They don't score as much. You know what I'm saying? But they're just extremely high intimidators and enforcers down in the paint. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really get on Draymond Green when it doesn't come to scoring. I get on Green when you're scoring low, you're not rebounding that much. You know what I'm saying? Turning the ball over and you fouling out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But overall, man, real Warriors fans know what Dream produces. He's extremely
you can't go down 3-1.
Valuable on the defensive end.
And I'm coming out of the game. I was livid. But I credit my teammates, Juan Toscano-Anderson. And see, this is where, when you're trying to win a championship, this is where everything matters and everyone matters. I credit Juan Toscano-Anderson. He was in my ear. Not only was he in my ear the whole night, but when I was frustrated, when I came out the game at the 7.5-minute mark, he was in my ear. Chris Chioza was in my ear. Gary Payton was in my ear. And it was huge because I was able to respond due to their positive energy that they were pouring into me. I was able to respond and come up with a few big plays, a couple assists, a couple offensive rebounds, a couple stops. And so credit to those guys. Everyone has an impact. And it was huge of them to keep my mind in the game. And they kept my mind there. And I was able to contribute in a way that could help us win. So big shouts out to those guys. That was absolutely amazing. And so, like I said, for those that were wondering, no, Steve didn't talk to me, nor did he need to talk to me. That's just the way it goes. If someone else is getting it done more, and that's just that. And I can live with that. And I have to be ready to help the team whenever that is. And, it came back around to me. And that was that. Now, I think for me, going home in Game 5, it'll be very important that I continue to take the shots that are there. The shots that I'm missing, I trust. And, they'll go in. And I'm going to keep shooting them. And I'm going to continue to do what I can to help this team win so that we can come out of this year as the NBA champions. That is the goal. That's the goal that you go into every season with. That's the goal that we go into every season with. And, we're 2 games away. And so whatever I have to do to help this team win, that's always what I'm going to do. Andrew Wiggins had an absolutely incredible night. He held JT to 23 points on 23 shots, which was absolutely huge. He was a team high plus 20. Team high plus 20. For those that don't know, that means we essentially won the game, for lack of a better term, by 20 points when Andrew Wiggins was on the floor. He was plus 20.
Really?
Absolutely.
Really? Is this true?
Absolutely incredible. 16 rebounds. 17 points, 16 rebounds.
That's
Wiggins' career high in any game in his career of rebounding was 11 rebounds prior to tonight. 16 rebounds in arguably the biggest game of the year.
Okay. Well, I can say, you know what I'm saying, maybe on some certain parts I was wrong. That is kind of difficult, though. Like 16 rebounds for somebody that weighs 110, you know what I'm saying, when it's raining outside. Like, that's a lot. That's impressive. You talking about a dude that's about 6'6", 6'7", with that many rebounds in a game like that. Okay, that's definitely impressive. Especially if he's out-rebounding Draymond. I'm pretty sure he out-rebounding Looney Tunes. That's crazy. Okay, that I'll give a little bit more credit in that board for... See, okay, so if he's not able to produce the points, you know what I'm saying, at least make up for it on the rebounds consistently, and I will be satisfied.
And arguably,
that sounds a lot more better.
Not arguably, in the biggest game of his career. To come out with 16 rebounds is a true testament to his hard work, to his toughness, and his will to win. I thought that was.
And you guys know I usually average like 10 rebounds, 5-10 rebounds out of row.
Like, for a guy who's been drugged.
So I know it definitely takes talent.
16 rebounds tells us everything that we need to know. Now, Raymond Ritter, Steph Curry, myself, and Wiggs were sitting in the locker room. I was getting dressed. Steph was getting dressed. I think Wiggs was getting ready to shower. And Raymond walks over, and he's like, yeah, man, it's your most rebounds in any game. Your highest or any game before that was 11. And Steph immediately thought the same thing I thought. Now, obviously, Steph isn't going to say it, so I'm always left to say it. But he immediately thought the same thing I thought. And Steph looked up. And I said, wow, Wiggs, that's incredible. 16 rebounds. But we must tell you how pathetic that is, Wiggs, that your previous high was only 11 rebounds. As athletic, and you know what Wiggs said, man? I know, man. I know.
See, and that's the thing that I even be saying. Like, bro, I know when a player can potentially be playing higher than what he's supposed to be playing. This dude is in the All-Star game. He literally just said it right here. He's athletic, apparently, and he doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but forget that. You got it done tonight, brother, when we needed it most, and it was absolutely amazing. But that was a little fun moment that we had, that we shared in the locker room to poke a little fun at one of the guys. And we're going to need him to continue to play that way. Obviously, he's been very important this entire run. Guys who's been guarding, but also what he's been doing on the offensive end, and more importantly on the glass. It's been absolutely amazing. So big shouts out to Wiz, Killer Clay.
What's he got to say about Clay?
18 points, including a huge three. A huge three that took the lead. And it was a clay ball. For those of y'all that don't know what a clay ball is, that means you catch it at eye level and just raise up. Ain't no dip, ain't boom. And he knocked it down. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that gave us an 89-87 lead.
Okay.
And I could be a little off on that score, but I'm almost certain it gave us a 2-point lead.
Let's hear this, though. Has he been doing that the entire playoffs? Like, once again, Curry is the reason why they're in the finals. Like, yeah, okay, him breaking it down throughout the game, this is giving, like, an insight of, like, what it would feel like to watch a full sports game. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely can say some of the stuff, maybe like 2 out of, maybe 3 things, you know what I'm saying, was wrong. But the rest out of, like, 78 things I said probably it was correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only game like Clay stepped it up.
And
I didn't know we had an important three like that late in the
Clay
game.
was 4 for 10 from 3, which
4 of 10
we take it
okay.
any night. But
he hasn't been 4 of 10 the entire playoffs. If that's a stat, he does that every game. 4 times 2, that's 10. So that's like 10 points from threes every single game. You know what I'm saying? We ask for. He's not doing that every game. Now, he continues to do that. Huge. Bro, look, think about it this way. If Wiggins and Clay played the way they played the last game, which was game 4, it's a blowout all playoffs. I don't even think no team gets a win. Because if Curry's dropping 30-plus points per game, no team's getting a win. And it's crazy because some people was like, oh, Flight, you're not making any sense from you saying trade Wiggins and Clay when, you know what I'm saying, they help out on the floor, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here saying that I wouldn't affect anything. You know what I'm saying? But if you're only going to play one great game out of like 25-plus playoff games, bro, and other players can play, you know what I'm saying, better, you know what I'm saying? You got to come out and prove the way you played today. Like, that would shut me up. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I'm basing it off the past couple of, you know what I'm saying, of games. I do not watch full sports games. And in the highlights, they even made it look like they were struggling. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame me. It isn't my fault.
It was his aggressiveness.
My basketball knowledge is still high. Nothing
he hit a couple shots for us. He got it going.
You know,
and I'm gonna tell you what Clay's mindset coming out the gate did for us tonight. Even more so than just his points and what he did to the defense. What his mindset did for us tonight out the gate was give Jordan Poole the same mindset out the gate, who came in and had 14 points, and he had a very, very, very nice stretch there in the first quarter to really get us going. And so Clay's attitude directly rubbed off on Jordan, and he came out the same way, and it was very crucial and important that he did come out that way. And he had that big stretch in the game for us, and that's all we needed. You know, obviously he continued to play, and you know, having him on the court and what he does to defense is great. But that stretch right there was probably his most crucial stretch in the game. I also thought, Jordan was good on the defensive end. He battled, he fought with force, he came up with some important rebounds or some deflections. Absolutely incredible. So that was great from Jordan, and like I said, great from Clay to essentially hand him that mentality to come out and do exactly what he did, which was huge for us. JT finished the game with 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. Jaylen Brown, 21 points on 19 shots. And I thought, I thought that was a key to the game. JT had 23 points on 23 shots. Jaylen Brown, 21 on 19 shots.
All right, he's talking about the substance. Nobody cares because we got the wins already. Hey, man. Hey, Draymond is actually pretty entertaining. Definitely going somewhere with it and everything. the Draymond Green show. Hey, man. Okay, so maybe a couple of things I was wrong about. If Wiggins and Clay play like that the next game or the rest of the finals, we can't just do 2 or 3 game streaks. We need this every consistency. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 3 times out of the month in the regular season, you don't perform well. Okay, that's fine. But for the most part, the rest of the finals, play like the way you played. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking back you guys being on the trade block. You know what I'm saying? But for now, according to Flight, until they prove otherwise, man, I still stand on what I said. But I definitely, you know what I'm saying, will give a lot more credit that was overshadowed, such as Wiggins having more rebounds, and how hard and difficult that is to have that in the finals. In an important game, can't let that go because playing down 3-1 in the finals, even though we came back and did and still won a championship, you know what I'm saying, it can still happen. And then Clay having 4 of 10 threes at least. We're asking for 4 threes a game. As usual, man. Comment down below, share, see you next minute on the road to 5.